It's been a huge change for our farming business in a really positive way. We are commercial bull beef farmers, so we run around about 1,000 bulls across 500 hectares in Partoga, Hawke's Bay, which is about 45 minutes inland from Napier. And as well as that, we're also starting an on-farm learning business towards the end of this year in our new on-farm learning shed, which is what our solar panels have gone on top of. We've got 79 panels on our new farm shed, and we've got capacity for 36 kilowatts of energy production, and we actually have 2 stacks of batteries because we're running 2 single-phase systems. So within those batteries, we've got 48 kilowatts of storage capacity. It cost us just over 120,000, including GST, and we are currently utilising it really well, but we think that in the future we'll probably end up adding more panels on as we start to electrify more and more on the farm. We got really hammered by Cyclone Gabrielle up here, and we were without power for around about 5 weeks. So for us, it was about building some resilience in our farming business and being able to make sure we don't end up in that same situation again. Our power use is quite high compared with some beef farmers because we are commercial bull beef farmers, so a very intensive system. We're drawing electricity to use our electric fences 24 hours a day, 365 days of the year, and we're also fully reticulated with our water, so we don't rely on dams at all on the farm. All of our water is pumped to the top of the farm and then gravity fed out to the bulls, so that requires a pump 24 hours a day as well. With our process of choosing a supplier, it was a little bit of word of mouth. Yeah, have a shop around, talk to a few people. When we were installing our solar, there was fairly minimal interruption to farm life. One of the biggest interruptions was that we had to install a solar cable, so that took a little bit of logistics, digging up the ground and making sure we weren't interrupting any other electrical cables or water pipes or anything like that. But other than that, it was pretty seamless. There have been a few hiccups along the way and a few unexpected things, but yeah, certainly easy to communicate with, and they're happy to come out and sort of rectify issues, which has been good. One of the learnings that's come from it is that we've slightly underpowered the battery system. We have addressed the issue of us not having quite enough battery power by installing a generator plug. So if we do have an event such as a cyclone in the future and lose power for a prolonged period of time without the sun, then we can plug a generator in, which powers our batteries up and runs the whole job. So we installed our solar around about 3 months ago, and since then we've noticed a significant drop in both our electrical monthly bill and also our fuel consumption. With using electric vehicle, electric motorbike on the farm, and also using an electric car for some of our town journeys, that's really dropped our fuel consumption, which has been great. The panels that we have on the roof are expected to perform really well for about 30 years, and the battery has a 10-year warranty. Our solar system was installed in February, and it was up and running and generating power by the end of February, but then there were quite a lot of things that took time after that. So for example, exporting to the grid and being paid to export to the grid has only just begun sort of 3 months later. So I would say for anyone looking to install solar, just have a talk with your installation team about how long the whole process is going to take, from when you install to when you're up and running and powering the grid, if that's what you choose to do. Solar in our farming business has really invigorated both of us, and it's made us think about our farming business in a much more positive light, and it's made us make changes like buying an electric motorbike, and it's just sort of changed the way we think about things going forward. We can do things a bit differently now that we're creating our own energy for our farming business. Definitely recommend solar to anyone that is thinking about it. When the sun's out and you're running your vehicles and you know that you're not using any fuel and you're out there doing your job on the farm, it's just a great feeling.